Wine. If you drink with me, I promise I'll let you go, she claimed, holding a bottle of vodka, standing in the middle of a training room filled with warriors. Shirtless, rough bodies, scar covering them, and their eyes wide open at what they just heard. Their head guard, Jungkook, stood in the middle. He was not surprised at all. He was used to that drama. Neither her words nor her promises meant a thing. They were in the middle of training room where their lady barged in holding alcohol in her hands. Kevin, you you'll what? I'm sorry. Let Captain go. He blinked and whispered to his mate. Pinch me. Am I dreaming? His mate threw a fist at his face, sending him to the heaven. Kevin, not a dream indeed. He coughed out, wiping his bleeding nose. Wine rolled her eyes and looked back at Jungkook. Wine, if that's what you want so badly, I'll give you that. I'll give you the freedom, but you have to drink with me. That's the least you can do to me and my breaking heart. Zeke, leave. He turned coldly and wine parted her lips, immediately rushing up to him. The man stepped back immediately. Do you know how painful it is for me? What kind of a cruel man you are? Do you not have a heart? Six feet tall, guards, trained through years of battles and tortured, had their bones broken several times, being shot and bled through multiple wars, and yet when it came to her, they always sided with her. She was everyone's favorite. One blinked her dramatically glossy puppy eyes, which turned these bees and their mamas soft for her. Choco exhaled. I don't drink. You're aware of it. Why? I don't let go of feelings either. I'm doing that for you, but you can't drink for me? And Seiki, this is the first and the only time I'm doing this. Why? This is the first and only time I'm asking you for it either. Huh, I'm never looking at you again. Jungkook followed Wine quietly. Wine had loved him for years, pursued him openly, made him do things for her, carry her, pour drink for her, go with her on shopping, on movies. She tried her everything to make this cold man fall for her, but failed every time. Until recently, when Wine's father started to fall apart due to his health, he wanted Wine to get married and inherit the property. Wine refused to get married to anyone other than Jungkook, and her father, Jungkook's boss, had taken quite a toll on his health due to her stubbornness. Jungkook decided to marry another woman just to get rid of Wine, a woman he was never going to love, a woman who was never going to demand love from him. It is in the contract, but Wine is not aware of such thing. She only knows he's getting married. And today was the day she finally stepped out of the room. While everyone was imagining her to look like a zombie after 3 days of locking herself, she barged into the training room and demanded Jungkook drink with her, and she let him go. When they took a seat, Wine poured them both half a glass of vodka. She didn't say another word, only slid the glass in front of him on the table. Jungkook stared at it like it was poison. Finally picked it up and chugged it down in one go. He stayed quiet, which was no unusual. Everyone was scared of him, not only because of his absolute authority and rank above them, but because he was a veteran warrior. He has taken down armed men with bare hands and fought with bullet holes in his body. One, huh? Hey, are you down with the one go? She waved her hand in front of his eyes. No response. His eyes were closed while he sat there frozen, his body still composed. There was no response from him. John Jungkook, who would wake up if air shifted around him, was dead asleep in such condition, was a sight to go down in history. If one told his mates about it, they would get a nosebleed. Mine sighed and her eyes softened up. Jungkook had a small scar on her cheek, which she adorned so much, a mole under his lips, which was so soft. Against his sharp features, her fingers softly touched the mole, and she felt the urge to kiss him. Wine. You know what? It's my fault falling for a wall. Even a wall would melt if I pursued it for these many years. She huffed, stood up, and turned chugging down another glass of vodka. Thought of this man belonging to someone else in a few days drove her crazy. She placed her hand on her heart. You scared me. Why are you suddenly awake? Jungkook hummed lazily and grabbed the bottle and chucked it whole down. Wine widened her eyes, unable to say a word. Wine, sit down, Jungkook. Be a good boy and listen to me. He actually sat down obediently, and Wine gasped in victory, taming this beast of a man. Wine, will you do everything I say? Answer everything I ask. Jungkook placed his hand on the nape of Wine's neck. He never touches anyone without need. His hand reaching up to her cheek, and he softly caressed there. Take it. Love. At the end of the day, Jungkook walked around the room like a zombie, used the vase and placed it over his head looking like an idiot, and then broke it. He then used her discarded shirt as a gun and started to shoot in the air with it. When she woke up and walked up to him, she placed a hand on his head, checking in case he had any fever. Jungkook's eyes shot up, and he grabbed her wrist. He immediately sat up and looked around. Jungkook's face turned stone cold, horrified actually. He was the man who would not touch anyone, would run away from Ryan, even agree to marry another woman just to get rid of her, and he ended up sleeping with her. Jungkook immediately rushed down the bed and grabbed his shirt, putting it on. He held onto his head, trying to remember at least something, but failed. Take it. I don't feel a thing. Are you telling the truth? Jungkook gripped onto his hair. It was his first time. Wine saw his composure breaking. What was he supposed to say? That he was sorry? It was a mistake, forget it? He was going to look even more of a heartless person. Wine, why are you not refusing it? Take it. Did you really say that? Wine, I asked. Why are you not refusing it? Not before you tell me the truth. Either deny it or explain me the meaning, Jungkook. Jungkook suddenly pulled his wrist back. It was a harsh move, and when his eyes met hers, they were filled with fire. Wine. A lady pursues a man for years. Then he tells her he loves her only to take back those words. Are my feelings a joke to you? JK, they're not a joke. You falling for me is a joke. Wine. Why do you care about what my father wants? She stood up over the bed and pushed him hard on his chest, her years of anger suddenly bursting out like a volcano. Wine. Who are you to care about that? Who are you to decide who I'm supposed to marry? JK, what nonsense are you spouting? Wine. Reputation? Rank? Money? Were you rejecting me for those things? Did you consider them more important than my heart and my feelings? She pushed him and fell on the bed. Wine, it's so painful that you decided for me materialistic things above my love. That you thought they matter more to me. Answer me. Do you love me? Wine, or about the woman you were going to marry. Zeke, it is a contract marriage. We were going to sign papers and walk our ways. Wine grabbed his collar and suddenly pulled him to kiss her. He was a man after all, who only had so much self restraint. He restrained himself for years, but could he really do it when they had already crossed all the limits? Why, so I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. He waited quietly. Why? Nothing happened last night. Wine was safe, but the rest of the whole home paid for this. Jungkook returned from Wine's room more strict than he ever was. Extra hours of drill training, torturous dual combat, and literal no sleep. The poor soldiers pay for what happened in the room.